Good evening, everyone, and welcome to On the Rise. Here once again, downtown Lake Worth at the Bamboo Room. Here with my partner, David Shore. I'm Mike Feinberg. We are your hosts for this evening. In the background, once again, Gerardo Ramos and Armando Gonzalez. We've got a few guests for you tonight. They're going to be fighting on our next card, upcoming on December 12th, right here at the Bamboo Room, outside venue, December 12th. Make sure you make it out here for the fight. If you haven't bought your tickets yet, of course, you can download the app. I'm sure by now you know how to do that, but in case you don't, RIZE FC. Download it from any Apple device, any Android device. Go ahead and check out our previous fight. You'll find out information about our upcoming fights, as well as be able to buy tickets for this next fight. So shaping up to be quite a big card. We've got a couple extra fights we've added on to the card since the last time we met with you last week. We got a lot of information we're also going to provide you outside of the MMA world. But before we do that, we want to talk a little bit more about Team MMA, what's going on, and then bring our guests out. So I want to turn to my partner, David, here. David, what's going on, brother?
Nothing much. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Another day.
Yeah, I'm excited. We got a lot of prelims coming in. A lot of hot MMA fighters that are going to be killing it. Guys prepared and ready to go. Experienced, fighters are going to take over. So I'm super excited to see them fight.
Yeah, I'm ready as well. Again, we're going to keep making adjustments to the card however necessary, but we're never going to disappoint you. We're going to make sure we have a full stacked card for you, looking at 11 or possibly even 12 fights by the time of fight night, including the 5 main Team MMA fights, which will be giving out those 5 coveted belts, the inaugural belts, first time anyone will ever have that strap around their waist. But before we get to those Team MMA fights that night, we've got some great preliminary fights for you. These are the guests we're going to have on with us tonight. We've got several of the fighters that are going to be fighting in the prelims with us. They're all behind stage. They're going to be coming out here in just a minute, one by one. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and start bringing everybody out. First person, our first guest tonight, we're going to bring out is somebody who we've already spoken with here on the show. He's going to be fighting once again on December 12th. And it's Felipe Valentin. Felipe, how you doing, buddy? Doing pretty well. Glad you can make it back onto the show for us. I know we had you out here not that long ago. Spoke a little bit about you and your history and everything that you've done prior to joining the RIZE team. And just let us know what's it been like the last few weeks. What's going on in preparation? Has COVID slowed you down in any way with the training?
No, not at all. I've been, training pretty much every day, getting ready for this show coming up, and nothing's slowing me down. I have a great team behind me, and we're just getting ready for whatever's coming next.
All right, and so you got your opponent this time around is Alexis Fernandez. I know that wasn't always the guy you're going to be fighting, but it is the guy you're scheduled to fight this time. So hopefully that sticks for the next 3 weeks, and that'll be your opponent. What can you tell us about him? Do you know much about him?
Actually, he fought my roommate a couple of years ago. So, I've been talking to him about that. I've been, watching a couple of his fights. Not impressed at all. He's a sloppy kickboxer, doesn't really have good grappling. And I'm just looking forward to beating him.
Okay. We were going to have him on tonight so the two of you can kind of talk it out, but looks like we couldn't get him on the show this evening. At least not yet. Maybe he'll pop on later. But we're not gonna wait. We got a lot of guests backstage as well. So we're just gonna talk directly to you. And I know David's probably got a few things he'd like to say to you, a couple of questions for you as well. So I'll turn it over to him.
What's going on, Felipe?
I'm good. How are you, man?
Going good, bro. Yeah, like you're last time I talked to you, you're super confident, seem super prepared and ready. So yeah, it seems like that's your demeanor. So I'm excited to see you come here and fight. So this guy, he has 13, 12 fights already. Mm-hmm. He has a win by striking and submission and 5 decisions. So he's pretty well-rounded with fighting. I know you got a bunch of submissions under your belt. Are you still focused a lot of submissions, or have you prepared for everything as far as working on your striking game and feel confident?
Lately, I've been working a lot with my striking coach, Daniel Mendez. He has a lot of experience with high-level UFC fighters. He's trained the who's who of the sport, so I'm very, very confident on my striking. But I'm a grappler. I train under Jay-Z Cavalcante. He's an MMA legend, very, very well-rounded MMA fighter. and I try to mirror myself from him. And I'm ready wherever the fight goes. Obviously, I want a finish, whether it be a submission or a knockout. Doesn't matter to me. Whichever comes, I'll be happy. I don't usually, go to the decision, so I know the fight's gonna be finished one way or another.
Cool. And I like you said, you kind of called him a Slavic kickboxer. So you feel like your kickboxing skills is superior as well?
Oh, 100%, yes.
So what's up? So if you have a prediction, what round do you think it's going to end?
I think it's gonna end in the first round. I'm confident in what I'm working right now with my coaches. We have a game plan, whether the fight is standing or on the ground. But I'm confident I can get the finish either striking or submission.
Sick, bro. And how prepared for the fight are you right now? Are you 100% ready? If it was tomorrow, would you be good to go?
I'm always ready to go, man. Just a matter of dropping the weight now, making weight. But I'm always in shape. I'm always training. I'm always ready to go.
What's up? So you got anything to give shout outs to your coaches or anyone else at your gym?
Yes. I want to give a shout out to all my training partners at Fight Sports Deerfield Beach, all my training partners at Palm Beach Jiu-Jitsu, Temple Martial Arts, and also Fight Sports Miami. I also want to give a big shout out to my striking coach, Daniel Mendez. We've been putting a lot of work on my striking the past few months, and I'm ready to go out there and show all the things I've been working on. Everybody knows I'm a grappler. I have very good jiu-jitsu. But I want to show everybody that I can also, stand with anybody at 135.
And you have 6 fights under your belt already. How many more fights until you go pro?
That's something I was talking to Armando about, and we're not in a rush to go pro. I just want to keep getting as much experience as I can. I just want to make sure I'm the top guy at 135 at the amateurs in Florida, and as soon as I get that spot, I feel like I'll be ready to go to the next step.
Smart, for sure.
Yeah, I know, Felipe, we were originally going to have you in our Team MMA program, and it didn't work out this time around. But, who knows, right? I mean, you get this win here in our prelims, and then you're set up for our 2021 contest.
Yes,
get
sir.
you right in there. I mean, what would that mean to you to be able to get in there and, take out some of the best guys in Florida, then stand there with the belt to show that you are the best?
Yeah, that's the plan. I train way too hard. I have an amazing team behind me, and I just want to showcase everything we've been working on and really show everybody that I'm the best bantamweight in Florida.
Makes sense. And so Kevin Novice, I believe you're supposed to fight previously, right? Was that who you were supposed to fight? Yeah. So would you want the opportunity to go against Kevin Novice if he's still in the amateurs?
For sure. That's a fight that interests me. Especially after his last fight. He did a pretty good job, and I feel like me and him would put on a good fight. But first I want to get through Alexis, and we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, that's perfect. Well, Felipe, we appreciate it. I wish we had a little more time this time, but maybe next time we will. I know we got a bunch of guys backstage. We're gonna bring them all out one at a time. So. We want to make sure we started with you. You've been so patient. We appreciate that. Appreciate you guys once again for coming on to the show, being here with us. Look forward to seeing your fight on the 12th. Best of luck to you.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you for having me, and thank you guys for putting on another amazing show and giving all the amateurs in South Florida an opportunity to showcase all our hard work. We really appreciate it.
Too.
Absolutely. Right. Good talking to you. Take care.
Good talking to you, man. Thank you.
All right. The rest of the guys out here from backstage, it's Felipe Valentin.
I know, like I said, I like his confidence. This guy, he always looks super prepared. He's got that just glare, like he's gonna kill you. Like he's been training this whole time, and he's been training every day, and he's so hungry he'll eat the food before you could. Yeah, I like him a lot. He's definitely, I can see he's a super competitor, and you could just tell that his demeanor is just no games,
Yeah, I mean, he comes from a great team. He's got great people behind him, like he said. Jay-Z obviously helping him train. That's a great guy to stand behind and learn from.
Right.
We look forward to seeing what he can do, and we didn't get to see it in Team MMA, but we sure enough will get to see it in the prelim fight. It's definitely one of the top ones we're looking forward to in those prelims coming up here in just a few weeks. And amazingly, only 3.5 weeks until we get there.
It's counting down. It's getting there, right?
It really is.
And I got it marked on my calendar, circled. That's all I talk about with my friends, so I can't wait for it. It's gonna be super exciting.
Yeah, and again, everybody, so just be sure, only 3.5 weeks left. So again, we are live with those tickets. The ticket sales are available. So just jump on, download that app, get on there, buy those tickets before they run out. It's limited seating, obviously, simply because of what's going on here with COVID. Outside venue, spaced out. It's going to make it as safe as possible. Just make sure that you download the app, buy those tickets. We hope to see you there. And it looks like we now have a couple of other fighters here backstage, just getting the information on who they are coming out here. But I believe, we have Ralph and Spencer coming out? Is that who's coming out? Perfect. We got Ralph Varela and Spencer Mitchell both coming out here. They'll be fighting each other on December 12th. So look forward to seeing these guys. And let's bring Ralph out. I'll speak with Ralph just for a second here. Ralph, how you doing? Can you hear us, Ralph?
Ooh, my bad. Yeah, what's up?
Hey, what's going on? How you doing?
Chilling, man. Chilling. Just at work, hanging out.
Okay. All right. So I know that we were going to have you on one of our fight cards previously. For whatever reason or another, that didn't come together. But happy to put you back on the roster and have you come out here for this December 12th fight.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Thank you for hitting me up about it, man. I'm excited. It's going to be fun.
For sure. Yeah. Tell us a little bit, because we didn't have the opportunity to speak with you about this. Tell us a little bit about your background and, how it came to pass that you're going to be fighting for us on December 12th.
I come from Florida Kickboxing Academy under Asa Tempao. I used to train at Palm Beach Boxing. I was boxing for about, I think, like 5 years around there. And then I got into Muay Thai and stuff like that. And I have one fight under me. Knocked the guy out in the second round. And Armando came to the gym and he was like, he wanted me to fight in RIZE. So I was like, yeah, man, I'm down. But I don't do MMA. I just strike. So I'm just excited. And then we were supposed to fight, like you said, and COVID hit. So that's about it, man.
Yeah, that kind of stalled things. I know that was a shame. So sit tight with us. I know David's going to be asking you some of the questions, but even before he does that, I just want to make sure that we acknowledge that Spencer's on with us now too. But Spencer Mitchell is now out with us. Spencer, how you doing?
I'm all right, man. How are you?
Good, doing all right. Nice to see you again, and nice to meet you here on the show in person. Tell us the same thing. Tell us a little bit about your background and how it came to be that you're going to be fighting for us in a couple of weeks.
Oh yeah, so I started getting into MMA maybe like this time last year, and ever since then I just kind of took off. Like, wanted to train all the time. Obviously, when COVID hit, there was a little bit of a hiatus, but I was able to find Alexis martial arts, and since then I've been really itching to get into a fight. So I'm just grateful for the opportunity to kind of be in this proving ground, to actually get a real bout going on. So it's a little bit about me.
Okay, nice. And where have you been training?
Yeah, Alexis martial arts. That's
yeah.
my home gym.
Sick.
He just fought, right? And sorry about that.
Go ahead, bro.
He just fought, right? Ali just fought, right?
Yeah.
Ali just fought?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
What's up? So Spencer, what's your what is your go-to as far as striking, or what are you into?
Yeah, I think I like striking more than I like grappling at this point. I obviously want to get more into that as time goes on, but I think that striking is my first love when it comes to martial arts, like a lot of people. So yeah, that's my thing.
What's up? And as far as, have you been practicing jiu-jitsu and ground game as well?
Yeah, I have. But seeing that this is a kickboxing match, just really focusing on
Of course, yeah, obviously. But that's what's up. So as far as
guys, I gotta go, man. I'm at work. I'm at the fire department. I just got a call, so I gotta go. I'm sorry, man.
Oh,
no problem.
Right. No worries. That's all right. That's all right, Ralph. We'll talk to you another time.
All right,
Yes,
Ralph.
sir.
Thanks, bud.
Peace.
Talk to you soon. Take care.
Yeah, he's got to go save lives.
A little more important than our show, I think. Tonight.
I guess so.
That's good. It gives us a chance to talk to Spencer and get to know a little bit more about him. As I said, we knew a little bit about Ralph because he was going to come on the show or come and fight for us on his show once before. So Spencer's all brand new, so we get to know all about Spencer.
So is kickboxing? What's your background? What got you into kickboxing?
Yeah, honestly, I was watching this match between Adesanya versus Silva maybe a while back in like last February. And I was like, oh, this is interesting. I know kind of who Anderson Silva is, but I wonder who this guy is, you know? So I saw him pass the torch pretty much and, you know, just watching highlights here and there, not really thinking about it much. But someone invited me out to like go to the little MMA gym. I was just getting really into like being as a fan, like just watching previous cards, like looking at people's records and things like that. So I'm like, all right, I'll try this thing out. Did this, I pretty much started this really small gym in Fort Lauderdale. And it kind of changed my life a little bit because I started working there too. And just everything kind of revolved around that place up in Fort Lauderdale. And then it got closed down. So, you know, there's a little bit of time of limbo when I was like looking for another gym. But yeah, to be honest, just being a fan of the work of people like Adesanya, Silva, you know, strikers like that, that has kind of got me into striking.
What's up? Are you planning to eventually morph into more MMA, or you're going to stick to kickboxing for a while?
Yeah, we'll see. I think I want to get into MMA. I think I have to work a lot more on my ground game because I think striking comes more naturally to me than being on the ground. But I'm just not a natural wrestler. But you know, I'm okay. You know, so
For sure.
I think that eventually, yeah, that's the goal, to get into MMA. I think that's the ultimate proving ground, right? Where it's everything goes. You know, obviously there's some rules, but like that's a complete fight. And yeah, that's what I really want to get into. Right now, kickboxing sounds fun. So I'm looking to see how this thing goes.
Well, you look at Adesanya, I think he had like 90 kickboxing matches or something crazy, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, once you become an ultimate kickboxer, I mean, no one wants to stand up with you. And then, I mean, he picked up, you know, not being taken down. I don't think he's been taken down in the UFC as far as I can remember. So if you get that aspect down, then you can be a champion in no time. So, I mean, definitely good to have your basis down and kill it from there for sure.
Yeah, that's the goal.
That's what's up, bro.
All right. Well, Spencer, you know, we appreciate your time. You know, unfortunately, I guess we're keep moving along because we have a lot of guests backstage. Wish we could spend a little more time with you. Hopefully next time we'll be able to do so. Just before I let you go, though, so I know you mentioned you fight with Jim Aller's gym. I know he had a big fight this past weekend. Did you have a chance to watch his fight?
I did.
Yeah. I know it was a little bit heartbreaking for him, but, you know, the fact that he went 4-0 before that fight was really something in bare knuckle.
Yeah. I mean, the margin of error for bare knuckle fighting is so small. I mean, you're hitting each other bone on bone. One punch can really change the fight more than boxing, more than MMA with the 4-ounce gloves. You know, it's a fight. And I've never seen any street fight last more than maybe 30 seconds to 2 minutes, you know. So the fact that people can go 3 rounds, 5 rounds is pretty amazing. Yeah, it was unfortunate that, you know, he did get stopped, but, you know, Jim is a guy who's always going to be happy. He came back to the gym, I mean, a couple of days afterwards, still holding classes, still teaching us and everything like that. So he's really dedicated. So, yeah, I mean, it was hard to watch, but I think he hasn't taken it really that hard.
Gotcha. All right, Spencer, once again, you know, thanks for your time. We look forward to speaking with you again soon, and good luck on December 12th.
Good luck, bud.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, take care. So, you know, we didn't get to talk to Ralph for too long.
Yeah.
You know, seems like every time we try to think we get him, we think he's going to fight. He didn't get a chance to fight. We think he's going to get an interview with him. We didn't get a chance to interview him either.
Right.
But we'll have him on again.
Like you say, he's saving lives. So I mean, duty calls, I suppose.
Right, like I said, a little bit more important than what we're doing over here.
Well, at least he took the time at work to talk to us for a little bit. So,
yeah, but I appreciated Spencer's time. It was nice to be able to meet him and speak with him as well. So
yeah,
he's got his head screwed on straight.
Started with his own little gym, and then he's worked forward. Now he's working with some serious guys, and he definitely seems like he's willing to learn and get better, and who knows where he's going to go, so I can't wait to see him take off on December 12th for sure.
Yeah, and as I mentioned, we were talking to Felipe, and I mentioned him training under Jay-Z, which was, a real a real champion. You got Spencer, who's training under Jim Allers, and, with Saturday night being an exception to Jim Allers' great career, Jim Allers is a great fighter.
Right.
And the fact that he was undefeated in bare knuckle 4 straight fights before he had that run-in with Luis, I mean, I think it's another great guy he can learn a lot from.
Speaks for itself for sure.
It does. I mean, you get names like that, what are you going to do? Looks like we do have our next couple of guys here backstage and ready to go. So I believe we should have, guys, tell me, is it we have Trevor and Brian there now, Armando? Yes, I got the thumbs up. So we got Trevor and Brian coming on screen right now. We got Trevor Schnurple and Brian Orocho. Trevor, how you doing? Good, doing all right. Good to finally meet you. We found out you're coming on the card just not that long ago, so only about 3.5 weeks before fight night. Tell us a little bit about you, kind of how you got started and how it came to be that you connected with us for a December 12th fight.
How I got started, I really just I've always had an interest in it, so I don't really know why I got started doing it. I just always liked it, so I always wanted to do it. And I found y'all because I was looking for fights. I wanted to get one more fight by the end of the year, and I found y'all. Saw y'all were having a card, so I tried to get on.
Okay. I mean, so at this point, only 3.5 weeks until fight time. Were you already pretty much in shape and ready to fight, or are you just starting at training camp now?
Yeah, I was looking for fights already. I had tried to get on a different December card, but that one fell through. So yeah, I was pretty much ready to go.
Okay.
You picked a good card.
Yeah, sure. I'm going to bring Brian in here too, so we have him. We can speak with him before we come back to you, Trevor. So just hang tight for just a couple minutes. So we got Brian with us. Brian, how you doing? Can't hear you. Are you able to hear me?
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me?
There we go. Yeah, gotcha. No problem, Brian. Good. So same with you. Just hearing about you here on our new fight card coming up December 12th. So not a lot of notice that you got for this one either. Same question for you. One, how did you get into MMA? And then two, when did you first find out about this fight card coming up, and have you been in training?
Same thing. I had a fight scheduled and it fell through in December. So, I've been training. So, I'm always ready for that. And I've always been interested in MMA, watching MMA, and I did some wrestling in high school, and I've had a couple fights before the wrestling. So, this is fun to me. So it's just.
Okay. So so you said you had a couple of fights before the wrestling. So was that technically a couple of amateur fights that were recorded?
Yeah.
Okay. So you took a hiatus from it a little bit while you were doing wrestling, and now you're back to it again?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. And I know David's going to ask a few questions. I'll let you ask Brian first. We'll go back to Trevor.
Sure. What's up, Brian? So your background's in wrestling. So how's that going? Do you still do a lot of wrestling training, or are you focused on more stretching to get more efficient?
Like, once I started wrestling, I kind of fell in love with it. So I wouldn't say my background is in wrestling, but I have a little bit of experience in wrestling, and it's fun to me. So I learn as much as I can, and do what I could do.
So I'm pretty good at getting my ass beat in wrestling. I don't mind trying, but I'm always getting thrown around by bigger dudes. My one buddy he did States, and he always fucks me up every time. But that's what's up. So how's training going? You doing well?
Yeah, it's going good. Not too many. Not I just found out about the fights like a week ago, and just been training hard in the gym as much as I can.
What gym are you training out of?
Allers Martial Arts.
Nice. That's what's up.
Yeah.
So you feel like on December 12th you'll be ready?
Yeah.
Awesome. It's good to hear. And Trevor, what about you? So you've been training all the time as well?
Yeah, I stay training as much as I can. I'm actually visiting my parents right now for a couple of days, but I'm usually in the gym every day, staying ready.
You kind of look cold where you're at.
Oh yeah, it's in Minnesota.
Yeah, that's cold country over there.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you almost look like you're in like a sweat box in a sauna or some shit. That's
oh no, we do have a sauna here. I've been using a sauna quite a bit here.
I'm sure at least it's warm, right?
Oh, for sure.
That's what's up. So you're running mountains in Minnesota?
Not too many mountains. Not too many mountains. Some hills. I've been running some hills a little bit.
Looking like Rocky, training for Rocky 4.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what's up. So you feel you'll be ready as well for December 12th?
Oh, for sure. I always stay ready.
And what's more your forte or background? What do you what's your go-to?
I like to stand up, but I mean, I don't really have a background. When I started doing everything. I didn't start wrestling or start boxing or something. I just started doing everything when I started. So, but I mean, I like jiu-jitsu too. So I mean, wherever it is, I don't mind going there.
What's up? So, but you prefer stand up?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, it's less enduring to wrestling. I know that's even just wrestling for like a minute and a half. I'm tired as hell.
For sure, there's a lot of good wrestlers where I train at, and I get smashed every day over there.
That's what I'm saying. I wrestled my buddy that went to the States like 200 times. I've lost 198 times. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's insane.
Definitely. Yeah, it's insane for sure. So as far as you got anything you want to say to your opponent while you're here?
Good luck. Hope we have a good fight. Not a lot.
I feel you.
Well, let me ask you, Trevor. I mean, how do you foresee this going? I mean, how do you see the fight playing out?
I don't really know. I don't really have like a game plan or anything. I'm just gonna go see what happens. Just gonna go
wing it.
Use everything I've learned and see what kind of performance I put on.
Right.
So yeah, both of you guys seem pretty chill. So I'm like, I could see you guys probably turn on in the ring, but right now you're just fucking relaxing and you're obviously trying to survive the cold.
Oh yeah.
This is the calm before the storm.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what it looks like, right?
I know. I'm cold looking at him. I'm like, damn, it's like 77, and I got a jacket out here, pants. I've got 2 socks on.
It's not too bad. It's like 20 or something out here.
Okay,
damn. That's great.
We don't understand that in Florida. What does that mean? So, Brian, let me ask you the same thing. I mean, and how do you see this fight playing out?
No, I don't really got a game plan either. Just go in there, have fun, fight, put in some work, be over in 3 rounds, whatever, and get it done. Try to get it done.
Get some pizza.
The cool thing about Team MMA is that we have all this exposure with the streaming, and it's going in other countries, and it's we're trying to get it pretty well known, and hopefully we're going to take off the fallen gear to bigger ventures. So we're glad you guys are a part of this, and it's gonna hopefully turn into something big, and you guys can come back and be a well-known name with us. So I'm super excited to have you guys with us.
Yeah, me too, for sure.
That's cool.
Yeah, anything, Brian, that you wanted to say to Trevor? I know Trevor had the opportunity to say something to you.
Not much. Just good luck. See you at the weigh-ins in the fight.
Good stuff, guys. We appreciate you both. Thanks for coming on to the show. Best of luck for you on December 12th, and I'll see the both of you. We'll see the both of you at the weigh-ins on December 11th.
Awesome. Thank you.
Take care,
Thank you.
guys.
See you guys.
So as you said, as we're getting the next pair of guys from backstage. So yeah, like you said it all. The guys are both pretty chill.
Yeah, I think they're gonna become like best friends when they hang after the fight. We just made a matchup for life. You know?
All I keep thinking is like, these guys are both, they're like, hey, we don't have a game plan. It's just gonna be is what it is. And you know what? I just feel like that's gonna be a fight that's gonna surprise everybody and be one of the best ones of the night.
I agree, for sure. Yeah.
You never see it coming.
But I also understand where he's coming from. When I'm cold, I don't even want to move. I just want to sit by a furnace or just try to warm up. So I'm pretty stagnant when I'm cold as well. So I get it. Minnesota, 20 degrees. I don't think I've seen 20 ever. It's pretty cold. So
now we get it. I mean, the whole reason Trevor's coming down is just to get the hell away from the cold.
I know. Apparently.
He doesn't care if he fights or not, man.
It's too much.
He's ready to go. Yeah, that's going to be something. So that's good. We're getting to know some of these guys as they come along and they jump on the show. Get to recognize their faces. You guys at home get to see some of their faces as we go.
Right.
Get to start kind of picking your favorites, so to speak.
And it's neat that they reached out to Armando and they want to be part of the whole team, which is great. It's a good sign that people are interested in paying attention and that they want to be included. So
yeah,
I appreciate that for sure.
Agreed, for sure. So we are trying to get the next pair of guys on right now. We're going to be having here in just a couple minutes Rene Robert and Matthew Mumford. Those guys also will be squaring up against each other here at the prelims for the Team MMA card on December 12th. Looks like we just about have them on. Give it a second. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we got them both on there now. So we got Rene Robert and Matthew Mumford. Rene, can you hear us? Perfect. Okay. So Rene, how you doing?
Can you guys see me?
Yes.
All right.
I'm not getting All right, let's ask you, Matthew. How you doing? Not sure if they're catching me. You guys able to hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
All right,
Awesome, bro. How's everything?
Good.
What's up? So you guys been preparing? So Rene, how'd you get started with MMA?
I've been doing this for a while. My dad played football, so I guess you could say it's in our blood a little bit.
Sick. What kind of football?
American football.
Well, I know that, I figured, but I'm saying, like, what kind of like college ball or
yeah, college ball in Texas.
Sick.
He was born in Cuba and then went to Texas and played in college.
So you got some athletic blood in you, and get that winning mentality. Dad going all your games and harassing you to make sure you win.
Yeah, I got a big story. I'm not gonna get too into that, but
sure.
Yeah, athleticism in our blood.
That's what's up. And how long have you been training for?
Like I think his name was Spencer. I started fighting last year. It was my first fight. I think 2019. And I forgot the exact month. But in the later part of 2019, I got my first fight, and then showing up and getting, how do you say this, the nervous feeling, the butterflies, feeling all it is to be a part of the promotion and fighting the promotion and train. So
right,
about a year.
That's what's up. Yeah, I know a lot of people don't realize any kind of jitters. Like I cornered for my friend, and I was just going out there for professional fights for him, cornering for him. I was nervous, holding like the bucket and trying to give him confidence. But I'm not even the one fighting and being in the center of attention, so I understand about the jitters and knocking that out for sure.
Yeah, you have to have a little bit of fear. It's a fight or flight in there.
Definitely, which makes you tougher for sure.
So tell us, what's your fight style? What do you prefer in a fight?
I like to strike. Fan friendly. Go for the kills. That's my instinct, but it's MMA, so I've been working different things and trying to become more well-rounded.
Okay, and I know we just got you on onto the show recently. You just were added to the card just within the last few days or so, right? Kind of a new addition. You said you've pretty much been in training, so you don't have to start a training camp now. You've already pretty much been ready. Yes.
Yeah, I've been training all year long, pretty much. You were talking about earlier with the Jim Ayler's guys, right?
Yeah.
Earlier in the year, I started training at Fifth Street with professional boxers. So that's kind of what my training was starting in the beginning of the year before COVID with Palomino.
Okay. Yeah. That's a great gym. I love that place, man. It's been a while since I made the trip down there.
For striking,
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali.
Yes. Yeah, it's a historic gym right there, man. Some of the best guys trained out of that gym.
Yeah, man. And this year's been crazy, with COVID. I don't even know how many months we went out without any gyms being open, unless, you had a private facility. So, it's been a little roller coaster, but it's good. The peaks and valleys.
Yeah, sure. I understand that. So, I mean, obviously, you don't know much about your opponent. You just found out who you're going to be fighting. But how do you see this fight playing out? You just plan on standing up there and striking throughout the entire fight?
No. Like I said, I have natural athleticism. So I have an idea of what I could do in there. But, everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face. So we'll see what happens.
All right.
We'll see after the first round what happens.
Yeah, let's see if we can get the audio fixed with your opponent here. I've been trying to get him on. Matthew, can you hear us?
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, there you go. What's going on, man? We had some audio issues, couldn't hear you for a while, so we had you wait there. But so tell us a little bit about yourself. I mean, same situation. I know you just got added to the card recently, so we don't know too much about you. So give us a little background on, where you come from and how you got into MMA and what you're looking forward to doing here on December 12th.
Shit. Got into MMA by just fighting in high school. And I just happened to look up at a TV and see a couple fights on the screen. And just like, oh shit, I'm already fighting in school. Might as well fight, show, and try to make a couple bucks off of it.
Gotcha. Okay. And so for you, is it more, because you said obviously you got some fights in high school. So is it more striking for you too, or do you have some wrestling background anyway?
No, so luckily I was kicked out of school before I could actually be in sports and shit. So luckily I happened to run into one of my jiu-jitsu coaches and he was just trying to save me from going again or getting into more street trouble than I needed to.
Gotcha.
It's kind of hard to hear. You got music in the background or something?
Yeah, I can't hear anything.
Yeah, I'm actually out right now.
Yeah. That's what's up. We appreciate you taking time to talk to us. Yeah. So what's your unofficial street record?
I don't really go by that. I just when I need a fight,
Like a Masvidal prodigy.
I wouldn't even consider myself. I consider myself a fighter and my own capabilities and my own style.
Okay.
That's what's up. So you feel fully prepared for December 12th?
I feel more than prepared. I feel like a fighter should stay ready no matter what. As long as they're healed and they're ready to go, I feel like they need to be in shape. Otherwise, I don't think they should be in this business,
Definitely.
Yeah.
And like what Mike asked him, how do you see the fight going? Do you see it going all 3 rounds, or what's your prediction?
Hey, it's whoever gets them out the fastest and the quickest. So you're going to go the straight striking, and that's what it is. And whoever gets lucky, gets lucky. I don't know. Fight's a fight,
Sure.
So Matthew, anything that you want to say to Renee? I know he's having a hard time hearing you, but we can relay the information if you want to say anything to him before we let you go.
Hey, speak up a little bit.
Just come ready to rock. I don't really got anything else to fucking say. That's right.
Gotcha. And so, Renee, let me ask you the same question. Anything that you might like to say to your opponent?
He said, "Come ready to rock."
Okay.
Yeah, he said not too much that he wants to say, just that he's ready to go.
Yeah, brother.
much
All,
just
all
ready to rock.
respect to Jim Ayler's and Jim Ayler's gym in this game. There's gonna be a winner. There's gonna be a loser, and I want to thank Armando for giving me the opportunity to come on the Zoom call and hope showcase our skills December 12th. And you guys are doing real good things. Interacting with the fighters, getting for us to get to know each other, and to how do you say this, exposure to keep us getting exposed to like sponsors or different people from Hawaii or wherever you guys are from. And I just want to thank you guys. And I want to say, I want to introduce my brother. Oh, what's going on, guys? So
Hey, what's up?
next year he'll be fighting for you guys.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Looking forward to it. Yeah,
Looking forward to it, man. Sure.
we appreciate it.
All right, buddy.
In the family. So
yeah, you good? Can I
Yeah,
give a
we're
shout
good.
out?
Yeah,
Go for it.
Good. Give a shout
Yeah,
out.
I want to thank to all the gyms that helped me out this year, because this year's been fucking crazy for me with the ups and downs. I want to thank Fifth Street Gym, Dino from Fifth Street. I want to thank Nassim from Square Off Boxing in Miramar for always having my back and always being there for me in my corner. And for Stanford MMA for opening their doors for me during the COVID. One of the gyms opened their doors for me. And that's pretty much it. And thank you guys. God bless you guys.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Thank you. We appreciate your time. And Matthew, anybody want to give a shout out to before we let you go?
Yeah, Alex Jiu-Jitsu and Action Jackson Boxing Academy. Always making sure that I'm on top of things and just keeping me in the right line. Appreciate that. Thank y'all for all your support. Thank y'all for keeping me going.
He's doing it on purpose.
Gotcha. All right, good stuff. So Matthew, Renee, we appreciate your time, both of you. Look forward to seeing you both on December 12th. Best of luck to you both.
Thanks, guys.
All right, guys. Good night.
Take care. Good night.
Yeah.
It's tough, but hopefully the fans got to hear some of that. Some of that was going on. Some noise in the background. Sorry about that. It's beyond our control. But same situation. Well, Renee looked like he was definitely a lot more lively than some of the other guys had been that we had on the show so far today, and looks like he's pretty well confident in his abilities, what he can do, and the fact that he talked about training over with Dino at Fifth Street Gym. That's no joke of a gym right there.
That's your language. How do you feel about all the boxing terminology he was throwing at you as far as who he's training with?
Yeah, I mean, that's great stuff. As I said, Fifth Street Gym is, it's a very historic place. Muhammad Ali was, very well recognized for all the time he trained down here in Miami. Mm-hmm. That's where he trained, Fifth Street Gym. And, they've even rebuilt some of the place down there. But some of the best champs have now been training down there and coming out of there. So he's in great hands down there. Just like we talked about some of these other guys standing behind some of these other great fighters and learning from them. He's at a great place. I can understand where the confidence comes from, because that's pretty much how it's exuded from that gym over there. Mm-hmm. So I'm curious to see what his striking ability, what he's learned, what he can do. He says he's athletic, just genetically, I suppose.
He seems a super confident SOB already, so I can't wait to see him fight. And also, I like Matthew's demeanor too. He's a man of few words, but he looks like he's prepared and seems extremely confident too. So
yeah, for sure. I wish we could have heard a little more from him, and we will. His fist will do the talking, I guess, in the night, right?
Yeah.
But we appreciate all them. It looks like we have a couple more guests coming from backstage as well. Just trying to get a handle on who it is that's coming.
Jason
back with
and
us.
Philip.
Is it Jason and Philip? They're both coming.
What's
out?
up? What's up?
Perfect. Guys, can you hear us? Perfect. Okay. And so Philip, I know you go by PJ. Just want to see if we can. Are you able to hear us, PJ? Okay. Yeah, I was just told if you have any issues at all hearing us or us hearing you, you could just maybe step out. Right now, I guess you're okay for the time being, though. But so PJ, you're coming on to our show as well. You're another name that was added to the roster not too long ago. Now you're here. Have you been in training? Tell us a little bit about your background and kind of how it came to be that you're jumping on our December 12th card.
Well, hey,
Hey,
to be
hey,
honest,
PJ, it's
yeah,
kind of hard to
man.
hear you in the background. Is there any way you can go outside? Because I hear some kind of music or something as well.
Yeah, no problem, no problem.
I appreciate it.
Okay, maybe even while he's doing that, we'll just jump over to Jason. So we got all day Jason Bray. Is that right? What's up, Jason? How you doing?
I can't hear him.
Can you? You can hear us, buddy. We can't hear you though. So hold on a second. Yeah, we can't hear you. You got.
Do some sign language.
Oh, wait.
Okay. Oh shit! I was muted. I had a mute button on. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, bro.
We
What's
got
going
you,
on?
I'm
Jason.
so sorry about that.
you.
I didn't even know that I was muted. But we're good now. So what's up, Armando? Good to see you guys, man. I love the logo. I got so many people out in Hawaii that are super excited for this fight, man. And a lot of other people that are excited to come over and fight for you guys down the road. But yeah, super excited for this fight, man. So appreciate the opportunity and appreciate my opponent taking the fight.
Yeah, I know that, we spoke with your fighter not that long ago, and he was just praising you like you have no idea. So, I know.
Blake LaRosa. Yeah, he's a number 3 heavyweight out here in Hawaii, and he's a super hard worker, man. And he's got a heart of gold, and he's in it for life, man. He's in this game for life. He moved out to Hawaii just to pursue MMA and to find better coaches and better people to train with. And I'm a big fan of, man. He's a heart of gold stud, man.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing him on the card, obviously, and then you. I mean, based on what he's telling us all about you, you're probably the most decorated of the fighters that are coming in on our prelim card. So
I
we're looking forward
that,
to your experience. Yeah, looking forward to seeing your experience come in. I mean, tell us again a little bit about you, kind of your background, and how you got to be here.
So I have been. My brother got me into martial arts when I was a kid. My brother Kevin, he's been my best friend, and he's like kind of helped me turn my life around so many times. That guy really saved me. But he got me into like Aikido when I was really, really young. And then when I moved out to Hawaii, like if you're light skinned like me, I grew up in Waianae, the west side. Then they have Kill Holiday, and I'm a Haole. They're not super stoked about the illegal annexation of the Hawaii to the United States, which is another reason why I'm using the Hawaii nation. Like, I love that you guys are setting up regional circuits, because Hawaii, man, we have got some killer fighters. But I moved out there in Hawaii, and Waianae is kind of a tough spot. So I joined Waianae Boxing, and boxing has been really popular there since World War II. And then it's the same gym that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson used to train at. And, I used to do kickboxing with this guy named Uncle Doug Amaro. And he was a friend of The Rock's in the day. They used to sling together back in Waikiki. And like, there's so many gyms in Hawaii. Like, I'm telling you, you go to like the neighborhoods in Waianae, and most of the cards in Hawaii that are filled, they're all filled with everybody from Waianae. Like 80% of the card is all the fighters are all from the west side of the island, the side that I'm at. And so I fucking loved it. I grew up here. I got bullied a little bit, but it just motivated me to get more into martial arts. Then after after college, I joined the Air Force to pay off my loans. And then I was a teacher for a little while. And the whole time I was a teacher, everything that I learned about in like science, I had to apply to my fight gym. Otherwise, it wasn't very interesting to me. And I was really blessed to have like a really good group of guys for like, I think we've been competing since 2005. So it's fucking, it's been a wonderful journey, man. And it's been martial arts, like win, lose or draw, you always get better. And that's like the reflective aspect about it that I love. So I even love the organization name of RIZE, because it's all about rising up, man. And I'm super stoked to compete December 12th.
What's up, bro? Yeah, I've been watching you train too, bro. You guys train pretty seriously, huh?
Yeah, man. I know we do. We train really seriously, and I'm a big fan of the 10,000 hour rule, Eric Erickson's 10,000 hour rule, where you get basically like 20 hours of deliberate practice a week. Comes out to 1,000 hours a year to 10 years, give you 10,000 hours. And it's really funny because obviously I smoke a huge amount of cannabis, and yeah, but it helps out tremendously. It dilates your bronchioles and it helps you perform better cardiovascularly. You just got to make sure you mix your CBD with your THC. Otherwise, you lose, executive brain function. So as long as you balance out your cannabinoids, you're all right. But yeah, we train hard, man. Train every day. It's like I live at 365. It's not like work for me. I feel like I'm just doing what I love,
truthfully, I seen you guys train. You inspired me to train even harder too. So I'm like, damn, I got to get back in there and just do what
You
I
got
can.
to come out to Hawaii, man.
Again.
Got to come out to Hawaii and have good fun with us.
Yeah, I'll
out
consider
here,
it, bro. I appreciate it for sure.
My guy Maki just moved out to Vegas. I was having so much fun training with him. He's another good guy to train with. He's the UFC top 100 striker, and he was a fun guy, man. I did his strength conditioning and his wrestling, and he moved out to Vegas. So I'm hoping on the way back from Florida, I could stop off in Vegas for a day or two. But you know, it's all about like encouraging and getting a little bit better. Like I'm known as like the man for the grappling world in Hawaii, but to be honest, I just started after high school, and I downloaded instructional DVDs, and I fucking started with my friend Garen and my brother Kevin, and we just practiced on each other, and we got mats for our living room. And then like, you don't need to be Michael Jordan to teach somebody basketball. You just need to be a reflective practitioner, and if you keep reflecting, you know, sky's the limit. You know.
That's what's up, bro. Damn, yeah. Like I said, I'm excited to see you and Blake. I know he's been killing it like crazy, so I can't wait to see you guys compete. I know you guys are
excited,
super
man.
intense.
Yeah, we're super excited. We're so excited, man. Can't wait to go out there and let go. You know, it's gonna be super fun. So, what about Brother Philip? Let's hear from you, Brother Philip. Appreciate you taking the fight, brother.
No problem, man. My pleasure. You know, always looking for a challenge. I appreciate you like also taking it too, man.
Oh yeah, man.
Right here.
Yeah, Philip, do you want to give some of your background?
My background? No, my background. Actually, I was doing boxing when I was 4 years old with my father. He would always take me around the gym when I was really, really young. And sorry, that's not my father. It was John David Jackson, the boxer, and he would take us to the gym like when we were very, very young. I think straight out of the womb. Like the notifications came back for that. But in there, like I started learning how to box a little bit, but not too much because my dad really didn't want me to do it in the first place, you know. So yeah, I kind of kept trying over the years, but he kind of refused. He didn't really want me to business too much. But so I started looking into other things, like trying to do some gymnastics, seeing like how I do in there a little bit, and also after that, I kind of went into wrestling in high school, and that's when I started seeing how well I did in that sport, and it was just something I just fell in love with. But I kind of stopped after college because it really wasn't fulfilling my needs anymore. So I went back to jiu-jitsu because I started that around sometime in high school. I think the freshman or sophomore year is when I started. And I've been kind of using that as like for my wrestling practice, like over jiu-jitsu a little bit. And I just kind of been doing that, and I ended up winning at least third place in the IBJJF Movie Worlds in 2017. I tried out for that, see how far I could get, but I didn't get the place that I wanted. I won first place, but I ended up cutting weight pretty badly the day before, so my body like gave out on me in the middle of the match. But that's why like for these days, wasn't really successful in like high school, college, like or even in jiu-jitsu, so I wanted to try an MMA, and that was something that I actually was really good at. And I started seeing like success in it more and more as I fought. And so I started trying to break down the science of like everything that was in it and stuff like that, like I tried in the other sports. So everything was trying to see how I can time stuff right, how I can actually get punches in, stuff like that. Weird stuff.
What's up, bro?
Yeah, usually I gotta be honest. I ain't really that good of a talker either, but
you know what I would say,
I gotta be honest, man.
If I could chime in, I gotta say, like, man, I appreciate that, like, you've been consistent and resilient in your martial arts career. You know, you tried wrestling, you tried jiu-jitsu, you tried MMA, and you're trying all these different things, and you're like, you know, you're a fighter, man. You're a warrior. Like you're, and like no matter how our fight goes, win, lose, or draw, from me or you, like we're both going to get better from it. And like, and that's the idea, you know, to keep elevating, to keep rising up. And like, to me, like from what I've seen from your Instagram and from your coach and everything, like you really like your performance doing a lot of the talking, and I respect that, man. That's why, like, going into this, I was like, fuck, it's going to be hard to talk shit about him because he's a stand-up guy, you know? I guess the only thing I can say is that I think after December 12th, I'm going to convert you to the light of catch wrestling because jiu-jitsu is going to die in 2021. I don't do that betas because I really truly believe that catch wrestling is leaps and bounds above jiu-jitsu in terms of scientific application of how we do the submissions, of how we position ourselves on the floor and have really good, I just basic physics. You know, like in jiu-jitsu, they're always on their knees, so like you're not carrying a lot of weight. You want to be off of your knees, on your hips, squeezing the guy, making sure that it's really heavy. And that's why I feel like for wrestlers, catch wrestling is such a better transition, because jiu-jitsu is kind of like it's not the best for big guys or small guys. You know, it's not the best. So I'm looking forward to killing jiu-jitsu in 2021. And I'm making you a convert, man. You come out to Hawaii and train with us after. It'd be super fun. Phil, we got a cool spot out here, man. We got a great spot out here. We're right down the road from the beach. It's a super fun spot. I love Florida. Haven't been there for a minute, but Florida's pretty dope too, man. I'm looking forward to coming down, you know?
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I appreciate that a lot.
Yeah, man.
Jason needs his own talk show.
Yeah, just for me, I gotta represent my team, man. I was martial arts, and National Jackson Boxing kind of brought me all the way here, and we're gonna keep improving as well.
Yeah, and that's what it is, man. And like every part of the earth, from Florida to Hawaii, from like my little thing I got, everybody's little thing, it keeps growing, and you don't got to worry about what somebody else is doing, because that's their system. You know, you got your own thing that you're creating your own system, and like, you know, have faith in what you do and continue doing that, and not be worried about, like, you know, Blake's opponent watches every single one of my fucking videos, especially since I called him out, because I fight heavyweight too. I'm the heavyweight champ over here. After Blake's done beating him, I'm gonna beat him too. But ideally, in the first pro show, I'd love to fight Sean O'Shea. I don't know if you love him, if you know him or not. I'm looking for Sean O'Shea and Gordon Ryan. Those are the two guys that have really got on my radar for 2021. So I'm coming for that ass for those two. So if you know Sean O'Shea or Gordon Ryan, just fucking let them know that the Gama's coming.
They're going MMA.
So Sean O'Shea does MMA. He just finished his last amateur bouts, and he's trying not to fight me, trying not to respond to me. I'm trying to get him on the RIZE show for the April show. And Gordon Ryan has said that he's going to do MMA many times, but he's not going to. I don't think he's going to. He keeps saying it. I don't think if his balls ever drop and he goes through puberty, then maybe he'll be a man and try MMA. But I don't think he's going to. He sells too many DVDs handpicking a jiu-jitsu match. Like, he handpicks guys in jiu-jitsu, and like he's a goat. He's a goat joke. You know, nobody in Hawaii takes him seriously. You know, it's like so I'm hoping that I could welcome him to MMA, and that would be ideal. You know, it'd be super fun, man.
And Jason, is it going to be your last amateur fight, you think?
You know, I thought it was, and Armando's being a tricky canaille. Armando is he made me an offer, like, if whoever wins this fight, me or Philip, is going to get a shot at the 205 title. So that's exciting, you know? Either me or you, whoever wins it, we get a shot at the 205 title, whoever that is. And I'm like, well, if that show's in February and you guys don't have a pro show until like April or March anyways, I don't want to. I'd rather fight than not fight, you know? I'd rather come down again. So February's before then, so I'll shoot February and then I'll do one more, you know? So I'll do one more amateur after this one, you know.
That's good stuff. Yeah,
I appreciate it for the RIZE show. And we have a good Hawaii team, man. We got a good team. I got guys fucking filling out applications like, oh, dude, can I be the 135? Can I be the 145? And I think I'm gonna hold like an audition for Team Hawaii. You know, see which guys we
the RIZE Hawaii edition.
Yeah, for real. No, that's what it is. So the Team Hawaii, because I was gonna use my Hawaii Catch Wrestling Academy. But Armando asked if, you know, if I come out to Team Hawaii, we could build up the regional team, and I'm all for that. Because we got so many guys out in Hawaii that are really hungry to fight. You know, me and Philip, like, we don't care who we fight. We'll fight anybody. Can we fight? Yes. Thank you. Thank you. There's an opportunity. We're going to take it. Because there's none out in Hawaii, man. And there's not looking to be anytime soon. And we got so many really hungry warriors out here who just want to compete. They just want to do the sport that they love to do. You know, it's like, fuck. And RIZE is a tremendous opportunity. You know, I think you guys have a really clean organization. I like the way you guys are doing it. Everything's been really, really professional, and I've appreciated it. So I'm definitely going to send the best guys I know out here, you know?
What's up? So you got everyone in Hawaii watching our stream?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got so many people watching it on that, especially the app, you know, because you can watch it here on the app.
Exactly. That's super easy.
Yeah, it's so easy, man.
I'm gonna jump back to PJ here for a minute because I haven't been able to say too much. But PJ, you know, I was having a hard time hearing when you first were talking a little earlier on but I just wanted to make sure I clarify this. You said that John David Jackson is your father. Is that right? Okay. Yeah, I wasn't aware of that before you came on the show.
That's
so
huge.
I do know your dad. You know, your dad and I have spent some time together in the boxing world. I'm more of a boxing guy, so he and I know each other from that world. And matter of fact, I've known him since he was training Kovalev. Derek Santos is one of my very good friends. So, of course, he was your dad's assistant for a very long time and went off and did his own thing as well. So,
that's cool.
You know,
that's cool, man.
Happy to have you with us as part of it. Is your dad going to be coming out to watch you in the show on the 12th?
This one, I don't know if he'll be able to make it, to be honest, because he has a fight like 2 days before. His fight at Coastal Shields will be fighting, so I don't know if he'll be able to make it out for this one. But I know he will, because he was there before my debut one. So I know he'll be there in one of my fights.
I'm sure.
Yes,
Armand
so cool, man.
Give him a special seat.
Yeah, I have to handle business outside, so I know he'll be there.
Yeah, that's good. So let me ask you this then. So obviously, you know, having such a superstar boxer for a dad, has he been the one that's pretty much been hands-on with you with your striking training?
Pretty much, but it's also been Coach Jim. Coach Jim has a lot of really good techniques that he also shows us with the kickboxing too, and I have to keep up with that. And I don't really want to lose that as well.
That's good. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're coming from a good group of guys that know what they're doing. So that's
very good. But I used to do like other disciplines outside of it. Like I actually used to do Taekwondo, Muay Thai, to try every other thing I could try just to see like what would work from it and what wouldn't. And I'll try like apply them all together and see how it worked. And then, just anything from there.
Yeah. Well, that's good. So, you know, obviously you're now we know a little bit about your training and where you've been coming from, who you've been training with. So, you know, that says something about you and your background for sure. So, yeah, I'd love to see what you're able to do when you come into the cage that night. But just let me ask you this, you know, anything that you might want to say. I know Jason had a few things to say to you, you know, about what he recommends and styles and so forth. I mean, anything that you might want to say back to him or any questions that you might have directly for him.
Nah, no questions at all. We'll be able to see the fights on that day. Who brings it? I'll do that.
Right.
Yeah, hell yeah.
How are you expecting this to play out, PJ?
Hey, fighting goes anyway how it can, you know. I'm just hoping to get the win. That's all I can get out of it. My job is to go in there and win, no matter what.
Right. Right. And so, Jason, I mean, you know, jumping back over to you again. I mean, how do you see this playing out? Is this something that you're planning on taking your time, just going to 3 rounds and just?
I'm kind of a bully when I fight, when I wrestle. I don't believe in like throwing jabs and trading and dancing around. I come after it right away. And whether I'm looking to knock a guy out or submit him, I have an ungodly pressure that like even if I go nice, it's still like fucking Jason has another kind of pressure. And I'm looking with my academy, because I have an academy where I have like a little system of how I coach fighters. So I'm looking to get specific moves, man. I have a specific way that I'm looking to win, and a couple bets going on with some people. And it's nothing anything against Philip. I do it with every single opponent. It's nothing against any one of my opponents. It's just how confident I am in myself and like how I see the fight finishing. So, you know, I'm a catch wrestler, and I'm looking to use that. So,
right. Yeah, definitely interesting to see how your styles are going to match up against one another that night.
College.
I'm sorry. What'd you say, Brother Philip?
No, I used to study catch wrestling in college too. Like for my college coaches, some of them used to be that catch wrestlers.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. I think it's such a difference, and I'm gonna be there. Like Gordon Ryan, like went on about how he beat the one catch wrestler in Josh Barnett, who's like in his 40s, and he's never been athletic his entire life. Anybody decently athletic, like anybody 180 pounds and athletic or around there, would destroy Gordon or pretty much any world-class jiu-jitsu guy. And I really feel like jiu-jitsu is a handicap to every fighter. Like you learn your first day of jiu-jitsu, you go on your back, you put a guy between your legs, and you try to get an armbar. And that's like 99 out of 100 gyms. That's what you're going to learn. So that becomes your comfort spot. That becomes where you and it's like, hell no. No, you got to get your hips under you. You got to be strong. You got to get on top, and you got to position yourself well. So we have a very different way of executing our submissions, and I'm very excited to show the world. So
I'm happy about that.
Do you have any questions for these guys before we let them go?
Oh, I have one question. Philip, how tall are you, and how much do you weigh? Because they never told me.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I don't know, to be honest. I would say I'm like 5'11", man. I don't really know. 6 feet.
What are you, like, about like 220?
220? No, man, I'm 205.
Right on. I just no worries. I'm just fucking, I'm just like, how much I'm gonna cut, and just curious. It's like
Jason's doing the math.
No, man, I like
name and weight. That's
stay
it.
ready forever. That's the thing. Like, I can stay ready forever, man, because you never know when you're gonna get another fight.
Yeah, I
so
agree.
I like to stay ready constantly.
It's good to stay on weight, man. It's good to stay on weight.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate Armando. I appreciate the RIZE promotion. You guys have been tremendous, man. I'm really excited to put on an Alien performance December 12th.
You guys want to give any shout outs? PJ, you want to start?
Yeah,
with
I'd like
that?
to shout out to my sponsor,
Sorry,
Medicaid 08. Holy moly. Like, I had reconstructive knee surgery on both of my knees. So, Philip, go for leg kicks or something, man. Try it out. But, like, both of my knees, I wasn't moving very well. And I had patellofemoral syndrome. I couldn't even fucking walk up and down stairs without my knee clicking. I've been using their body rub. So, yeah, Medicaid 08. That's a huge sponsor. And Bang for Bang Fightwear, a little local fightwear over here. One of my good friends. And then my brother and my fiance. Those two have been, like, my biggest supporters. So, those are my shout-outs.
Appreciate it. And PJ?
I'd just like to give a big shout-out to Florida Man Cells and Hippie Organics, Sugarlicious Inc. as well. That's my mom's business.
Hell yeah.
Support that. And also, I'd like to give a big shout-out to my brother Nico, man.
Hell yeah.
He's trying to get a fight, too. He's coming out, destroying people. Matthew Mumford, another main man.
Oh, he's right there.
So, yeah. And Ozzy, Coach Jim, and Coach Jackson, my father. I always love and appreciate everything they've done and taught me. And I just want to go out there and put everything to the test and show them what I can do and execute it.
Sick. Well, we appreciate it too. I think you guys, this fight's going to be one of the best on the card for sure.
I appreciate it. Shout out to RIZE and Armando and the Heavenly Father. Thank you guys so much. Huge mahalo.
Thank you, man.
Guys, we appreciate your time. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you guys, man.
To you both on December 12th.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Aloha, guys. Have a good one.
All right, so that was our final prelim bout.
Yeah,
Jason had a few things to say.
just a few.
We're gonna have him host the show next week.
I know. We're going to have a spin-off, the Jason RIZE show. No, he seems like a very intelligent, well-spoken. I mean, this guy said more bigger words than I said all year, I'm pretty sure, in this one kind of conversation. So, he's obviously methodical with his training, and he's very adamant about what he has to say. I feel like he's like like that Chinese guy that's beating all the kung fu people, all the kung fu masters. He's talking about jiu-jitsu, saying jiu-jitsu is nothing, and he's out there just going to each gym, showing them that jiu-jitsu is nothing. I could see him doing that, going to each jiu-jitsu gym, showing him that catch wrestling is the way to go and make everyone see the light.
Yeah.
So that's if you start that show, Jason, you can say that was my idea.
David.
But no, he was super interesting. And PJ, obviously from his background, I saw your eyes widen when he talked about his dad. And you obviously you're very tight with his his background. So I mean, you could touch on more of that. But obviously, he seems like an extremely competitive person. Yeah. Very soft-spoken, but obviously a warrior when it comes to training and all aspects as far as wrestling and everything else he's put into his life. That he's became a beast of what he is right now. So
sure,
I'm way more excited than I was before, and I was excited prior. So
I think Jason got you there, right?
Yeah, like I said, he's inspirational too. So I appreciate just that interview in itself. So
yeah, we liked everything you had to say, Jason. So thank you very much for that. We do appreciate all the information you did. So if we had more time, I'd let you talk for another half an hour, really, because it was all insightful. It really was informational. And as far as PJ, yeah, I mean, I didn't realize who his dad was.
You want to touch on that as far as who his dad is?
Yeah, his dad was a world champion. I mean, world champion boxer for many years, and is now one of the biggest and best trainers. He's got so many champions under his belt that he's trained, that he's brought up. So I mean, if he can do that with these guys in world championship status, obviously he can do that with his own son. I was kind of thrown for a loop there when he said that, because he wasn't really talking much about his striking ability, but You got somebody like John David Jackson standing there every day your whole life.
It's like, oh, by the way.
There's no way you don't know what you're doing.
Right.
I don't care if you've never stepped in a gym. You've heard it. You've overheard it. You know what's going on. So, yeah, John David Jackson, a local guy here. And we mentioned his mom's business. I heard a lot about his mom's business before.
What's his mom's business again? I can't even know.
It was like cupcakes or like sweet something like having to do with like sugar and candies and cakes and things like that. I think they had the business in Boca, and now it's down in Pembroke Pines, if I'm not mistaken. I heard a lot about that from another friend, mutual friend of ours. But John David Jackson, not only has he trained fighters to be champions, but he's trained other trainers to be great trainers. So a very good friend of mine, Derek Santos, learned everything he knew from John David Jackson. He himself now has world champions under his belt, and he attributes everything he knows to John David Jackson. So, I mean, come on.
Wow.
It's that kind of person you want to definitely have standing over you and telling you exactly what to do. It's more like he's probably Miyagiing him. He probably has his whole life. Like, go ahead and clean your room. Don't ask why. Just go ahead and do it. And then all of a sudden, pops up in a ring, and you figure out exactly what it was that he was trying to do. Just that astute way about him, I think. And it was interesting, to hear. I'm listening to PJ early on, and we couldn't really hear what he was saying. I'm like, what the heck is going on? Is he at the same party that? Who else was it? Matthew Mumford, right? I said, was he at the same party? He's like, it looks like the same party. What's going on? And at the end, he turned the camera over to him. He was actually sitting right across the table from him the whole time.
I saw that.
They were in the same room, man.
So
I didn't even know they were in the same zip code, let alone the same room. How about that? So that was the same thing going on, but.
It shows you, Matthew's serious as well. He's not talking about who he's hanging out with.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
He's just right there. Like, some of these guys were definitely keeping some things to themselves.
Right.
They know a lot more than they're letting on to, I believe. So I think we have some surprises on our hand here for
like
December
Jason
12th.
said, kick my legs. I got leg problems.
He
just puts it all out there. So.
And that's the thing. I mean, obviously Jason looks like he knows exactly what he's doing. In fact, that he's training other fighters for our card, by the way. He knows what he's doing. But like you said, he thinks he knows everything of what he's doing, and then he may be surprised because he doesn't know what his opponent can bring to the table. So you never know if he's throwing for a loop or a surprise in that case.
Apparently, he's watching him on Instagram, studying what he's doing too. So I'm sure,
Yeah, I'm sure they're both going to hold their own pretty well.
Yeah.
Neither one's coming to lose. None of these guys that were on tonight looked like they were that situation. So we heard from guys who didn't have much to say and guys who had a lot to say and everything in between.
Sure.
Now, how you slice it, these are the guys we're going to be seeing on December 12th. So get ready for that range of fighters, guys. Get ready. So beyond that, so that was our prelim. Those are some of the fights. Remember, guys, we have more prelim fights than just those right there. He mentioned Blake LaRosa. Blake LaRosa is going to be fighting for us as well. Looking forward to some of these great fights. And that wasn't even Team MMA, which is the bread and butter of our whole show on December 12th. And remember to buy those tickets by downloading the app RIZE FC. So that's the world of Team MMA. We went a lot longer than we thought we would with that. So we're just going to go breeze right through the rest of the stuff I know we normally talk about each and every week.
Exactly.
Tell us about UFC. What's going on, David?
Paul Felter lost to Dos Anjos, a 5-round fight. He came in on I believe like a 5-day notice. That was a pretty good fight. I enjoyed it a lot. Felter looked sharp. He barely trained at all, but he had some quick hands. He looked better than ever. So that was super amazing. Chaos Williams was probably one of my favorite fights. He knocked the guy out in about 30 seconds. I can't exactly pronounce the guy's name, but the other guy, I think he has like a minute and a half out of 6 fights, knocking everyone out in 10 seconds. And 30 seconds, Chaos Williams knocked him out, so he's going to be an upcoming star. Those are the 2 highlight points of the UFC card last Saturday for sure.
Yeah, good ones too. I mean, good points. In the world of boxing, let's jam through this. There's a lot to talk about. We're not going to go through all that, obviously. But I do want to congratulate Terrence Crawford on his big win this past Saturday night. A lot of people don't seem to understand who his opponent was. This was Kell Brook, and this guy was the best welterweight in all of Great Britain. This is a guy who was a former IBF champ. This is a guy that only had 2 losses on his record before Saturday night by stepping up 2 weight classes and then taking on the best in the division by coming back down 2 weight classes. And you don't expect to win fights like that.